All right, so I tried out matchmaking, and that's fine, okay? Matchmaking's cool and all, but it took me a minute just to find one person here. Okay, and maybe they carry me. But it was just a waste of time, in my opinion. It doesn't seem to progress any faster. If you've got a team of 4 and you're all cracked and you know what you're doing, that's cool. But between single player and multiplayer, I don't think it's worth it. I really don't think it's worth it. Now that I've done both, okay, now I've got a third person. Maybe this changes things up a little bit. The other thing, too, is there are multiple characters that get buffs while you're doing this. They have better stats. I'm going to show you that list in a second. If you can use them, that's great. Use them. But I can kill stuff faster in my world using all of my supports and my synergized team than this. We're just a bunch of idiots smashing against these enemies, and I don't feel like this is worth it. I really don't feel like this is worth it. But that's just me. Obviously, I can use multiple characters and support that way, but... boys, I don't know if this is it. The other thing too is you have to rely on your team to place down things in good spots. Someone just joined and I lost access to my better character. I am now using Bennett, who is kind of trash, not gonna lie. Now maybe some high level character comes in and absolutely smashes, but for right now, I don't know. I'm a little whelmed by the co-op. So I can charge this, but if I get attacked, it'll actually cancel. And here's my worry. Is relying on someone else to do that. And they get interrupted. And then we lose the charge. This is absolutely not progressing faster. Yeah, see, we just lost Celestial stuff because someone just got hit. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing a co-op. I'm done. I'm done. Okay, so the only thing I just thought of is... it does appear we're all getting charged at the same time. So technically, if you were a team and maybe you're, knocking some enemies up with a venti or something, you would be able to finish faster. But I was able to do this faster on single player by myself. Now, in the event guidelines, these characters are getting increased damage. So I would recommend if you're co-op using one, but if not, you could just stack your team with a bunch of them. I have a team with Shang Ling, I've got Fischl, and I just absolutely melt with them. I absolutely melt. I use everyone else to support. And if you've got some Child or Mona, boom, baby, use it. But I honestly think building a team with all of these characters is way better. Instead of relying on other people to bring them, you could just make a cracked team with these characters. Now, if you want to unlock Fischl, it's actually not that bad. Now, I recommend doing the meteorites and doing this and maxing it out, and you're going to have to actually do more than this if you want to max out the Mora and the books, right? So this is free. This should be done regardless. Same thing with this, with the talent books. You should be doing more than this realistically, but it only costs 280 resin here and 280 resin here. That is super obtainable for free-to-play players, especially if you've been doing the event the past few days, right? You get 160 resin a day. So a day and a bit, and you're going to have enough for this one because you get 320 in the span of 2 days. Actually, it's more than that because you're going to recharge. But you're going to have more than enough to do this. And I recommend you get it done ASAP just in case anything comes up in life because Fischl is an S tier support. She can main DPS. She's extremely, extremely good. And you're going to get some amazing rewards along the way. I don't think there's much more to say. Make sure you're doing these quests. On this account, I haven't done any of these quests. This is a ton of resources there, where you don't have to use resin. You're also getting a lot of primo gems on top of that. Make sure that you click these. Make sure you do these challenges if you can. It's a lot of primo gems. It adds up. Same with this one. If you haven't done these, like I haven't on this account, don't mess up. It also refreshes. So you can actually, there's actually 2 sets of these quests here. So do both sets. Now, I wanted to wait for this event to be out. I wanted to play it. I wanted to see how long it takes. But this is absolutely incredible. It might even be better than the Fading Stars might for overall value. Now, I recommend you grind this out and buy all the adventure experience as well as Mora. I'm going to be finishing this off because the value here is up to 200 and even 220% more valuable. What this means is if you look at how much Mora, how much experience you would get for using resin, this is 3 times better in many cases. Well, In the case of the Fading Star Essence, the bigger one from the new event that launched today in all the regions, this is insanity. Now, I want to describe this because if you look at these talent books, depending on your adventure rank level, you get varying degrees. If you're between 36 and 45, you're getting usually 2 blue books and 2 green books for 20 resin. Now, that means that if you were to spend 40 resin, you would get 4 blue books and 4 green books, which is essentially 5 blue books, and you'd have 1 left over, right? Now, this is AR 42, so I'm adventure rank 40, so it's going to vary depending. But if I was to do one event, I get 44 of this, which means I would be able to buy 11 books, which means I would be able to get more than double the amount per resin spent, and that is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, here's the thing. If you jump up into the purple books, you're getting that value as well, right? Because this is 3 books to make one of these, and this is 12 costs. So it's exactly triple. And so for all of these are extremely valuable. Now, the crown is the first thing you should get, and this should be very easy. It will take a few runs. Pretty much 1 day of resin is enough to buy the crown. Depending on your adventure rank, it might take a little bit more, but there are a few quests, which I'll show you after, to give you that. Get the crown first. I've said it 15 times, do it. But honestly, you should go for these books. You need so many books. Let me just give you a peek. I'm actually on one of my higher level accounts. This is the free-to-play God account, level 43. If I go to my characters here, and you look at someone like Venti, early on, if you're leveling up an ability, it's not that bad, right? It's really not that bad. But if you're trying to level up these ones, we're looking at 4 purple books. And then at the next level, I think it's 7. And then after that, it jumps up again. It gets so expensive. You need to spend not 20 resin, not 40 resin. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of resin to level up 1 talent. And you need to do this for all of your characters. So if you can get double the value of these resin on your books, this is going to save you a ton of time. So at AR 20, I'm only getting 20 Fading Star. It kind of scales up. At like 25, you get 25 or so. At 30, you get 30. 35, you get 35. About. I'm at 40 on my other one, and I'm getting 44. It's not a perfect linear scale or whatever you want to call it, but at AR 22, I'm getting 20. And that's already super valuable, okay? If we compare that to what I can get in-game, right? For 20, I would be able to buy 1 purple book. I would be able to buy a blue book, and then kind of half of another one. So if we're looking at it, we're getting a purple and 1.5 blue books. But if you look at my adventure rank, right? You look at my adventure rank and you look at this domain, well, for one, I can't even farm this period. But let's say we were at AR 28. I think you only get like 1 blue book and then like 2 to 3 green books. It actually might even be 1 to 3 green books. And so if that's the case, to get 1 purple, I would have to spend like 60 resin. But then there's another blue that I'm getting, so I'd probably have to spend 80. So this is for sure double. It is for sure double. It's not even close. And then when you start getting the higher ranks, right? At adventure rank 36, you get 2 blues and like 2 greens every single time. Like 95% of the time, you're getting 2 blues and you're getting 2 greens. But you're also going to get more of the star stuff. And so you're going to get like 3 purple books. Right? You're going to get like 3 purple books. You're going to get double the value. Still, this is a no-brainer. For the amount of books that you're going to need on your characters, you got to max this out. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to use all of your daily resin and max out these books. If there's a character you know you're not going to use, like maybe you're not using Beto, maybe you can wait on these. But I want you to use all of your daily resin, maxing this out and finishing it. The priority is to get the crown and then the other ones. Do not focus on these. These are easily farmable, and you don't use resin to get them. Don't do that. This is bait. Do not. I'm telling you right now, do not get this. This is bait. So what I want you to do is I want you to max out the books ASAP. Get that crown ASAP. Okay? And then gauge where you're at. You've got a few days to do this, right? So you don't got to blow all your fragile resin right now. It's only going to take like 4 to 5 days to max this all out if you're using your daily resin. If you're not quite done, if you didn't have time to play, go for it. Use the resin because it's so valuable. Even at a low level, you might as well. And the faster you get up in adventure ranks, the better your rewards are going to be long term. I don't think that hoarding fragile resin forever is the play. Play the game, have fun, enjoy. But definitely, if you're going to be using fragile resin, you want to use it in a situation like this where you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. So once you've got those for sure, you need to prioritize these two. If you didn't finish the Mora, get the Mora. You're going to need the Mora. This is millions of Mora. Get it. Same with the adventure experience. You're going to need so much of it. I would, again, use fragile resin on these if you are running out of time. If the event is running out, I would do it. I think it's bang for the buck, worth it. But between your daily resin, you should be able to get these main things. And if you want to come back and use some daily resin on this stuff, that's fine. If you want to come back and get those books that you didn't grab, that's fine. If you even want to use some daily resin on here because you really want to upgrade a weapon, that's fine. But do not focus on those ones. I'm going to just block them so you can't even see them. Do not focus on those because I don't think they're a priority. Talent books, I would say, are. And that's pretty much it for me. I think that this event was very good. I think it was very free-to-play friendly. I think it was very valuable. A lot of us are super ahead now because of it. And if you wanted to start leveling up some of those side characters, you can. Okay? It requires a lot of resources to level up a support. If you just want to get them to level 70, it requires hundreds of books. Well, they just gave you hundreds of books. So if you're trying to push into the Spiral Abyss, now you've probably got another character that you can level up not only their talents, but their character level. And all you're going to have to do is fight some bosses for Ascension materials. This was great. MiHoYo, more of this. Please, for the love of God. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you guys are interested in my free-to-play God account, I know that was like the first series I did. I think I'm bringing them back. A little bit. Not a ton, but just a little bit because I realized I'm about to hit AR 45 on that account just from doing some dailies the past week or so. And I can make some really big upgrades. And I might want to show those off. I'm also getting close to pity. That account might get another 5-star character. But we'll see. Thanks again. Appreciate the support. And I'll see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.